Hope all is well, you guys. I wanted to check in today I just want to talk about like my day-to-day, my nightly experience with them, and how it's like really different than anything that I can have researched or even anything that I knew about extraterrestrial life or stories of people being with different beings or whatever. It's so different. I'm not saying that's because I'm special, because I'm not. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying my being with them is just so different physically. And they're with me. They're with me all the time. But really, at night, when everybody goes to bed, I'll turn the lights off and I'll be in our living room on our couch, and I'll just be there and they're there, and they're always there, but that's when they become really more visible. And basically it's like I'm sitting there and I can see, with my eyes, I can see orbs flying everywhere, and then I have this mist energy that's all around me, in and out, popping in and out, like twisting and turning, and then you'll see basically like. And this is something that I've noticed for a long time now, which I understood then was an element of them. And when I notice them, that's how I know kind of that they're there. So basically, it's like they're like a wall of energy. It's like literally if you're sitting in your living room and the lights are off, you see all this like static that looks like electricity, like lines of electricity sort of just there in the room, like in a big wall, kind of moving a little around subtly here and there. And so how you kind of see that, well, I can see that, but also when they go in front of something, like, for example, if they're in front of like a doorknob, the doorknob will look as if it's like across the room, it'll look as if it's like right in front of your face. Like somehow when they're in front of different things, the image of that thing gets projected like a 3D thing. As if the doorknob was like right in front of my face, but the doorknob is across the room. It's the weirdest thing. So you're sitting there with them, and it's like I'm reaching out with my hand like that, and you'll start to see like orbs kind of come to my hand, but then also everywhere is this like energy that looks blue and white. That's their colors, and it's almost invisible 100%, yet you can see little ripples of like energy. And so I'll reach my hand out, and you'll start to see this subtle kind of movement that looks like air, but it's got ripples in it and little sparkles of like silver and blue, and it starts to move towards my hand. And I then start to feel like a static electricity feeling and a sticky feeling on my fingers, and that is how I know that they're touching me. And basically when we're touching like that, I will stimulate, because you'll see a subtle like electric blue energy out of the nothingness will appear. And then what I'll do with my hands is I start to basically like literally like play with the energy with my finger, like move it. And the more that I'll stimulate it like that, and then pull it with my thumb, and it grows a little bit. And the more that it grows, it will grow, and the more that it does that, the blueness of it, the electric shock blueness color of it expands, and it starts to literally illuminate my hand and the area around me, and then all of a sudden you'll see orbs of the same color and energy pop, just become visible, like boom, 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 and all around me. And I have my hand out and I'm touching this energy, and the color is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And then what happens is you start to feel waves of very warm, like soothing energy and heat all across your hand, and then up your arm and through your body. And it's just a thing that we do every single night, where we just get together. Like, I'm on the couch, I turn the lights off, everybody goes to sleep, I'm awake. There are the orbs, there's the mist, there's the sparkle, and then there's this wall of energy that just appears. And within this wall of energy, you'll see orbs and movement, but it looks see-through, yet it has blue and white sparkles of popping energy in it. And when the energy moves in front of, let's say, like that hawk, like this little hawk, where is that? With this little hawk right there, right? So that little hawk, even though it's on the table, when the energy moves in front of it, it'll basically project an image of what it's in front of as if it's right in your face. It's the weirdest thing. And that's how I can see them moving across the room. And so it's like, it totally threw me, because I'm so used to like seeing aliens on TV and grays and all of this like human form and this different things that people say that these extraterrestrials and our being family have, yet that is not my experience with them, and I'm with them like this every single night. And yes, they've shown me in holographic images pictures of their faces, but also of these dragons, which they have later told me, like these dragon faces, like demon kind of dragon faces, and I didn't know what they were for the longest time. And then I saw a bunch of videos on these other cultures, and I was like, holy shit, that's the face that they were showing me. And they were telling me that this is basically, the enemy of what we're doing, of light, of etc. But I'm getting off on a tangent. But I just wanted to kind of describe to you guys kind of how I am with them at night and what it's like, because it's just much different than anything that I have ever known or read about or seen videos on or heard people talk about. It's very anomalous. It's very different. It's not like the communication is with images and feeling and warmth and color, but yes, you also get messages, but it's like a culture of light and information, and that's kind of what they are, is like this their physicality of energy and light and color. And there is a communication that we have that I'm learning, and a big part of that is touch and connecting in that space, physically touching, and then the feelings that come through and the colors that get emitted. Somehow there's information in this blueness that gets brighter and brighter and brighter the more that I stimulate it. Plus, I'm able to kind of send energy to them, and I know that sounds weird, but from the healing energy that I've learned, I'm able to kind of send energy this way. And so a greeting that we do every night when I first see them is I will go across the room one space at a time doing this, basically sending energy down and across them. And the weirdest thing is, guys, when I do that, like on each space of the room, kind of greeting each being, their orb or that wall of energy will light up for a second and get like extra bright, extra blue as I trace them with energy. It's kind of a greeting, and that's something that just started, that I sort of learned how to do in the last couple weeks. Anyways, I just wanted to share this with you. I hope this is helpful. Think about it, agree, don't agree. This is really happening every day, every night. And I wish I knew how to film it, because my cameras don't see them this way, in that way very well. It's like just little, very kind of subtle, vague little captures of light here and there. But I'm going to try to get a heat sensing camera, or maybe a better low light camera. But I hope this is interesting to you guys, because this is an ongoing thing, and there's so much more that I can report on for us. But I'm just really trying my hardest to figure out how to do that, how to film it, what cameras, this kind of stuff. So any input, you guys, would be great. I wish people would reach out to me more, because I can share this experience with you, so you're having this exact experience. I can tell you what to do. It's really happening, and it's really available for everybody. And I just wish people would reach out to me and want to go through this, because it's so easy to teach people how to do this. And they will then have this physical experience with them every day and night and way more, plus the healing and plus everything else.